Welcome back, guys. Got a little project going. I just got some new bike carriers from ISI. So these will take some e-bikes. Not that we've got e-bikes yet, but they can carry that. So they carry a fair bit of load. They're a little company in Mitcham. They make an incredible bike carrier. So I am going to place that on the front of our caravan here. So the rock guards will go across here and that'll go there. So I'll show you how it all mounts. And it's pretty exciting. It looks really cool. It takes an incredible amount of weight. A mate of mine's got one, so I thought I may as well share it with you. So I'll open up this box in a second and I'll show you what's inside. Okay, so this is what's in the two boxes. So we're going to have the frame that it's going to connect to our A-frame. These come at a couple of different angles, so you've actually just got to do a bit of measuring and then send your details down with some photos to ISI. It comes with instructions, all the U-bolts. That part there is for the bikes itself later on. I'll show you as it all goes along, and some custom made bits and pieces, all powder coated. So we'll start off with this section. I'll just that's on the A-frame, so this will go across here like so. That'll go in there like that. I'm going to bolt all this up. I'll show you how it all goes together, but that's basically the start of it, and I'll do it in sections and I'll show you how it all goes together and what it looks like when it's finished. So it comes with some detailed instructions in this little booklet here. There's 2 or 3 little pages. As you'll see inside, it shows you all the stages you got through. This is what it's going to look like when it's complete. It's going to look like this here, but I'll show you all that. I'll show you down here. These are all the bits and pieces you get. So that's all the clamps for the mounting system, which is going to be on the front there. All right, I'll start putting it together and hopefully you'll get a good idea of how it all works. Okay, so basically that's how it works. Pretty simple. You just get that plate on there, leave everything quite loose. All the instructions there, very easy. A couple of U-bolts with some spacers and washers. Got a couple of bolts that hold this. So at the moment I've just got it so it all moves around. This is pretty tricky here. See these little brackets that we have here, these nuts and bolts that hold it all together, they actually slide inside. So they'll slide inside like that. The bolts going through here, pretty tricky, so it's all nice and neat. Okay, so that's that stage. I'll do it all up before I start making the platform. Okay, well, that's it now. I've shown you before how this all sort of goes together, but you can actually use those obviously those plates are inside. You can put these plates on the outside or the inside, okay, depending on what you've got. So on this particular caravan, I've got my Boss clamp here that holds the jockey wheel on, so I can't put it on that side, so I've put them on the inside. On this side I've got the taps, so I've put it on the outside, but it's all universal how it all works together. So pretty clever. And now what I've done, I'll use some vernier calipers here to measure my distance off the A-frame. And I've also got this as a indicator, but you can do it with the tape measure, you can do it with a piece of string, whatever you like, as long as you get that in the middle and square it all up the A-frame, so when your bike rack goes on there, it looks all square. All right, so I'm going to start doing this up now. So I'll do these up first, these inside clamps. Basically I'm going to turn, oh, I've got the wrong size spanner, I think it's a 17mm. I'll do them up first, and once I get them all done up, then I'll start doing these U-bolts up, okay? Okay, that part's done. So now I've only got the U-bolts to do up now. I'm just going to use the tape measure here. Just basically just run that from this point to the middle there. So I've got 38 centimeters. Once I've got all that done, put it out of the road and I'll start doing these U-bolts up. So once I've got that in the right spot, I'll do them up. So it's all clamped. So I've got that way in the center, and I've also got it that way directly, so it's all square. Okay. Make sure these U-bolts are done up evenly. So as you look across there, so you've not got one higher than the other. I've got those ones to do. Basically that'll be it to get that done up, and then I'll start with the tower. Just make sure you nip them all up. They're all got Nylox nuts on them right here, so there's no need for spring washers. Just double check everything. like to do, make sure that these are all done up proper, which I have checked those other couple. Okay, that's with the stone guard on there. Another pretty trick. So that's the base plate so far. Okay, so let's start building the tower. Right, it finishes off with some nice little end caps. So there we go. Righto, let's go and grab the tower and start putting that on. Tower comes in different angles. I think, I'm not sure if it's 5 or 7 or 9 degrees, but yeah, they make them all different angles. So depending on your caravan and how far back you're going to have to swing the bikes. So that's something that they'll discuss with ISI. So basically just put these on the tower on like this. I'm going to do it all, keep it a little bit loose, like so. I'll put it all back together and then I'll tighten it all up when I get in the right position. Alright. So as you can see, I've put the main tower on. I've just left it all loose so I can slide it backwards and forwards, depending where I'd like. So then you've got the upper pivot. It's got these, basically pins. I'll slide in there. I'll grease all this up later on, but just for now, I'll just slide it all together to make sure it all works. Then I'll slide against that bottom pivot. Oh, it's starting to take shape there now. I'll stick the rest of the arms on there and throw a couple of bikes on there when I do it up and show you what it looks like. Right, so let's put the last piece of the puzzle together. I'm just going to slide all this together now. Basically, you've got to measure it all up, make sure she's all in the middle. So I'll just use this tape measure. Can't find the other one. That's a 57. $62. I'm going to do them up a little bit. I'll grease all these later on, but just for now, just leave everything loose. Okay. Oh, geez, right down. Oh man, just tripped over my own stuff there. Okay. Next bits. These uprights. I'll call that. Just leave them in there like that for a second. Then we're going to have the clamps on here, side. Well, these just slide in like so. Pretty cool the way that they work. They work in conjunction with each other. You can have them, the bikes one way or the other, or you can have them closer together like so. Not sure which way it's going to work yet, but like that. So, two bikes side by side, or they can be separated like so. I'll just check it out first. Then we have these top clamps. One goes on that side that'll hook down, and one go on that side for the bikes. So I'm going to stick some bikes up there in a second and see how she looks. An overview right now. So obviously put the base on, done all the U-bolts up, clamped everything off, clamped the main tower up. We've clipped this on, I've measured all this so it's all centered. Okay, so now I'll get Joe to come out here and give me a hand with some bikes and she'll see what she looks like. Perfect, in a perfect position. It's way above the boxes and back. So Joe's going to give me a hand. We'll throw up some bikes, see what she looks like. Joe's little rocket up here. Now, got the bike on there, so all this does is slide down like this. Look at that, clamps that on there like that. Happy days.
2 inches.
Oh, yeah, tricky it is. Well done, show them that. Righto. Have a look at that, guys. That's it. Easy peasy, easy as that. So I'm just got to do them up, do them up, put some straps around them. But how good does that look? That's how it goes from start to finish. So if you want to get onto some extreme heavy duty push bike racks, you've seen how it's all done. Get on these guys at ISI, sorry. We're not sponsored by these guys or whatever, we just like their product. It looks great. A friend of ours had one and we thought we got to get some, so we went straight to their shop. They measured up, sent it to us in 3 weeks. There she is, ready to roll.